In this video, we're going to look at some of the well-worked threes the Clippers had in Friday's win. Clippers did a great job Friday night of getting well-worked threes, whether through pick and roll action, driving kicks, just all sorts of things. And they start off early here, 9:20 to go. Paul George hard playing is going to come down off of staggered screens from Batum and Serge Ibaka. Buddy Hield switches, but Serge Ibaka hits him with the screen. George catches, and he's going to go flowing right into a pick and roll with Ibaka here. Ibaka rescreens Hield on the other side, and as George drives, he's going to spot Marvin Bagley helping as the low man onto the roll. And it allows George to skip past to Kawhi Leonard in the corner. Leonard reads the helping defender swinging over, swings up to Reggie Jackson on the wing. Hield doesn't give a great closeout. Reggie Jackson gets an open three, 36% shot probability, and knocks it down. You can even generate great looks from three in secondary transition by just being active and, forceful with stuff. Here, the Clippers get an early pick and roll between Reggie Jackson and Ivica Zubac. As Zubac rolls, Jackson spots Marvin Bagley helping as the low man again on the roll. It leaves Paul George open. Bagley gives a very poor contest here, and Paul George is one of the 5 best shooters in the league, and he knocks this shot down. Ty Lue this season has talked about the Clippers being able to get into the paint to create drive and kick possibilities. Another pick and roll between Jackson and Zubac. As Zubac rolls, watch what Jackson does. He actually drives and attacks. This collapses the defense, and he notices Buddy Hield trying to dig down under the corner. Instead, Jackson's going to go up to the wing to Marcus Morris Sr., who's wide open on this three-point attempt. He's a very good shooter. He gets an open look, and he cashes this one for the Clippers. The Clippers, when they play with tempo, can make things happen. Here, Buddy Hield loses sight of how he's supposed to be the guy stopping the ball, and he digs down to double team in the corner. Well, this leaves George open, which makes sure that Marvin Bagley has to come over to stop this, so George is going to swing to Leonard. The next defender is going to rotate over to get the ball out of his hands. It's a swing to the corner on a bounce pass, and Marcus Morris has another solid look. It's a 39% shot probability. Like I said, he's a good shooter, and he makes this shot. Pick and roll playmaking and passing is something that Paul George and Kawhi Leonard have excelled at this season. And this plays a little microcosm of that. George screens for Leonard, which is a very dangerous action for the Clippers. As Leonard gets downhill, Richaun Holmes is going to come over, and he gets caught out of position trying to help on the roll and the drive, which leaves Marcus Morris open on the skip pass. 42% shot probability, which is amazing, and Marcus Morris has his third three. The Clippers did a great job in this game also of attacking mismatches and forcing Sacramento's hand. And we see that on this play just a little bit as we roll the footage forward. Marcus Morris is going to set a screen on Tyrese Halliburton, which forces Buddy Hield to switch onto Leonard as he drives downhill. This is a mismatch in favor of the Clippers. De'Aaron Fox tries to reach in and he gets caught out of position. Kawhi Leonard's going to read this, and he reads that Paul George is left open on the wing. Paul George, like I said, one of the 5 best shooters in the world, knocks this shot down. Sacramento's defense did a poor job all night long of ball containment and perimeter containment. They just completely botched it at every level that imaginable. Ibaka hands off with Paul George here, and this is going to be able to get Paul George downhill against Richaun Holmes. And Buddy Hield trails on this play, which is going to leave Serge Ibaka wide open on the wing. And we're going to see De'Aaron Fox come out here to try to stop this action from happening. But because of his swing to the wing, it allows Ibaka to get the ball to Reggie Jackson on the opposite wing, and Jackson is just wide open, and he makes this shot. Here we're going to see a play the Clippers like to run a little bit of, especially with Kawhi Leonard, which is what we see here. They're going to end up running Nicholas Batum into a handoff with Kawhi Leonard, and then Leonard's going to come off of another down screen, this time from Serge Ibaka. And as the screen happens, Leonard's goal here is to get downhill, and Ibaka's job is to roll or pop. He rolls. Leonard passes to Ibaka, and Ibaka's going to read the low man, which is Halliburton, and pass right to Terrence Mann, who was Halliburton's man. The defense tries to come over and rotate and contest. Now, Terrence Mann is not a good outside shooter, but this is a shot he is trying to expand. This final play comes late in the blowout, but it's really nifty, and we kind of want to and should look at it. Here, we're going to see the Clippers, run another play that they like. This is a pin down into a handoff for Luke Kennard, and Arturo here is going to roll to the hoop. As Luke Kennard comes off this action, his read is the roll man, but more specifically, the low man, which is the defender here. He passes to the wing, which is Terrence Mann. It's another solid look, not a great shot probability. But here's the thing. These are the shots the Clippers want to get.